Hello everyone, you're welcome to this lesson. In this video, you're going to solve this question I have here on the screen. To find the integral of 1 over x squared minus x plus 1 with respect to what? X. Okay, so let's look at how you're going to solve this. So if you look at this function that we have here, okay, if you factorize this function, it is not going to have real roots, okay. The roots are going to have complex parts, okay. So for this reason, we doing direct factorization here is not going to help. Okay, so let's look at what you are going to do. So what you're going to do is that you're going to rewrite the expression, okay, by writing 1 as a sum. Okay, so let's look at how we are going to do this. I'm going to write the denominator. Okay, we have x squared minus x plus 1. Okay, so let's focus on it. All right, so now what I'll do is that I'm going to find half of the coefficient of what? This x here, okay? Then I will square it and then I will add it to the expression and then subtract it from the expression. So let's look at what I mean. The coefficient of the x is 1, right? So half of 1 is what? Half. So we're going to have x squared, okay, minus what? Half. Then we will add half squared to it, okay, plus 1. Then we will subtract half squared, okay. So this is the same as what we are having, right? Because we have plus half squared and then we have what? Minus half squared. Alright, so now let's look at this. You are going to have 1 over, you are going to have x squared, okay, minus x, okay, plus, let me write it as 1 over 4 for now, okay, plus 1 minus what? 1 over 4. Okay, so let's simplify this and see, okay. So what I actually need is x squared, okay, minus x, okay, plus 1 over 2 squared. Okay, this is what I actually need. Okay, plus, let's do 1 minus 1 on 4. Okay, that gives us what? 3 on 4. Okay, this is what we actually need to continue with the question. Okay, this is what we need. Alright, but let's look at something here. 1 over 2 squared, okay, plus 3 on 4. Okay, this should give us what? 1, right? Let's look at that. We have 1 over 4 plus 3 on 4. Okay, let me point it out on the calculator. 1 over 4 plus 3 on 4. Okay, that gives us 1. Okay, so now you see that you have written the 1 as a sum, right? And now you are going to have the integral of what? 1 over x squared, okay, minus x, okay, plus 1 over 2 squared, okay, plus 3 on 4 the x, which is the same as what we had earlier. Alright, so now let's look at what you are going to do next. Okay, so from the denominator again, okay, we have, let me write it, we have x squared minus x, okay, plus 1 over 2 squared, okay, plus 3 on 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use this expansion here, a squared minus 2ab, okay, plus b squared equals a minus what? B squared, okay, to factorize. I'm going to use that to factorize just this part of the expression. Okay, let's look at how we are going to do that. So in this case, you see that our a will be equal to the x, then our b will be equal to the half, right? So we are going to have the x squared minus x plus 1 over 2 squared, okay, to be equal to x minus what? 1 over 2 squared. Okay, this is what we have. So now you can write this as x minus 1 over 2 squared, okay, plus 3 on what? 4. So now let's write the general integral expression. You have the integral of 1 over x minus half all squared, okay, plus what? 3 on 4 the x. Alright, so now let's look at what you are going to do next. Okay, so now you are going to do a substitution here. Okay, so you are going to say that let u, okay, let u be equal to x minus 1 over 2. Okay, so we will now differentiate u. We are going to have du dx. Now because the derivative of x will give us 1, and then the derivative of minus half will give us what? 0, because it is a constant. So at the end, du will be equal to the x. Okay, so now you're going to have the integral of 1 over u squared, okay, plus 3 on 4 du. Okay, all right, so now let's look at what you are going to do. So what I'll do is that I'm going to rewrite the 3 on 4. Okay, I'm going to rewrite the 3 on 4 in such a way that we can raise it to the power of 2. Okay, you understand the reason why I'm doing that later. So let's continue. All right, so we have 3 on 4. Okay, I can write this as the square root of what? I can write this as the square root of 3 on 4. Okay, and then I will square it, right? Which is the same thing. So this will be the same as root 3 on 2 squared. Okay, so at the end you're going to have the integral of what? 1 over u squared plus root 3 on 2 squared du. Okay, this is what you're going to have. Okay, so let's look at what you're going to do next. So one thing you have to know is that if you want to integrate a function of the form 1 over x squared, okay, plus a squared dx, okay, this will be equal to 1 over a multiplying the tan inverse of x over a, okay, plus what? C. Okay, you have to take note of this. All right, so you can get the integral formulas, okay, by searching on Google. Okay, if you type in the search bar that integral formula table sheet, you can find a lot of tables that will give you these formulas. Okay, so you just have to know them. All right, so you see that the function we have here is of this form, okay, which means that you can apply this formula here, right? We are having the integral of 1 over u squared, okay, plus root 3 on 2 squared du, right? Which means that our u is the x, and then our a is the what? Root 3 on 2. Okay, so now our answer will be equal to 1 over root 3 on 2, okay, multiplying the tan inverse of u, okay, over root 3 on 2, okay, plus what? C, right? All right, so let's see what you are going to have. 1 over root 3 on 2, it will give us 2 root 3 on 3, okay, then multiplying what? The tan inverse of, we have u over root 3 on 2. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write this as 2u, okay, on what? Root 3, okay, then plus c. So let's continue. I'm going to have 2 root 3 over 3 multiplying the tan inverse of 2, and then we know that our u was what? X minus what? 1 over 2, right? So 2 multiplying x minus 1 on 2, okay, all divided by what? Root 3, okay, plus what? C. All right, so now let's further simplify this and see what you're going to get. You're going to have 2 root 3 on 3, okay, multiplying the tan inverse of 2x, okay, minus 1, all divided by what? Root 3, okay, plus what? C. So this is our final answer now. Okay, so let's look at another way to write our answer. Okay, so we have 1 over root 3 on 2 here. Okay, so you can just write that as 2 over root 3, okay, and then multiplying the tan inverse of what? 2x minus 1 on root 3, okay, plus what? C. Okay, so if the answer is not in this form, then it will probably be in this form.